welcome, co-host Brittney Notaro.
Hello.
For episode 2.
Wait.
Correct me.
Notaro.
Is it Notaro? Yeah. Justin and I were like, how do we pronounce it? Is it, if you see together, get together, my best friend? So we were like, is it Hamtaro? Notaro?
Notaro.
Notaro, Hamtaro. Okay, I got it.
Real
I got
Italian.
it. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Every teacher on the planet calls me Notaro.
Okay, Brittney Notaro, our co-host, is with us, and today we're going to cover women perspectives. So that could be anything from, and I broke it up also into 4 categories. Body image, which I think we can elaborate so much on.
There's way too much to talk about body image, of course.
Yes. Disorders, everything from like eating disorders, basically just disorders and like the way you view yourself disorders. Double standards, so women compared to men.
Yeah.
And not just those 2 genders, it can be any genders. Mm-hmm. Double standards. And breaking stereotypes.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, yeah. So, let's get into it. The first topic that I wanted to... The first thing that I wanted to ask you was, how do you view yourself? Like, if I say, are you comfortable in your body? What is your first thought? What do you say?
If we're speaking right out of, like, instance... I don't know. I used to be super comfortable with my body when I was younger. And then I don't know about everybody, but a lot of girls go through changes as they get older. Not puberty. I'm talking like when you hit 21 and you're getting extra fat on your hips and you're like, I can't eat McDonald's every day anymore because my metabolism just doesn't take it as well. Like I started to grow uncomfortable and that it takes a toll. It does.
It does.
It really does.
So when I ask you, like, are you comfortable in your body? Because when I asked myself that, I was like, are you happy with your body? The first thing that my mind went to was, like, every little thing that I would change. How crazy is that?
That's it.
And it's like, why can't we just be like, yeah, I freaking love my toned arms. Yeah, I love my butt. No, the first thing that you think of, are you happy with your body? Oh, I would change this. Oh, I would make my boobs more symmetrical. Oh, I would make, do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I would, whatever. You think about the shit that you would want to change.
Which is sad that our first reaction is a negative reaction. And I think it's like, it's a society thing, and that's, everybody says that, like, oh, society has changed standards of women and made them unreasonable and unattainable. Yeah. But it's kind of true. Like, because we're on social media a lot and in the news and the magazines, I mean, women's body image has changed a lot. It went from, like, oh, we love really skinny to now we love the curves.
So people are putting butt implants and breast implants.
But before, people were getting surgeries to get rid. Like, it's constantly changing, and I feel like we're under pressure because of how vain society is. Like, everybody looks at the cover before they open the book and they judge the book by the cover, which we all do without knowing.
Yeah.
So
where are we at in terms of the perfect woman body, like, today?
Oh my God.
What do you think of when you think of, like, okay, you want the perfect body? What is the perfect body?
But I think in that case, everybody's opinion is different. Like, I had a friend in high school who, in high school, I really liked having curves. I liked that I had big hips. I liked that I had big boobs. Yeah, and you know, a nice butt, I guess. But and she really liked the slim but not skinny, like, abs, but no curves to it, like the straight muscular. So it really depends on the type of person you are. Like, she really liked that, and at the time I was like, it's funny to say because I love that now, but back then when I was in high school, I was like, that's not my ideal body type, but it's beautiful still, you know. So
yeah, I think that the body type that's being sort of broadcast for the world right now are the breast implants, the 100%. Butt implants, the abs, and the toned body. So it's like fitness body, but with all the injections and like
which is so hard to attain naturally, because when you lose fat, people, the first thing to go is the boobies. Yeah. So like
actually, and you know what? You know what's crazy is that, you know, the people that we look up to, like I look up to Brooke Ends on social media. Yes. I look up to Brooke Wells, like all these amazing, juicy CrossFitters. Amazing. I swear to God, the minute Brooke Ends got her breast implants, I was at the gym and I saw, and I had this overwhelming wash of sadness because I was like, should I get breast implants? That was my first thought. Really? I was like, should I get breast implants? And then I was like, shit, that's even worse because now, not just me, kids are going to be like, I need to get breast implants. And it's not even going to be a thought. I have the mindset to like talk myself out of it and be like, listen, you got to fix what's in your head before you fix what's on your body. But
that's the hardest thing to do. Fixing your body takes time, of course, but fixing the mentality that you need to fix your body takes years sometimes. Like it's crazy. But it's okay. I have a question for you.
Oh,
and this is
co-hosting hard. Okay.
So this is gonna get. It's like my perspective on you, and I want to know what you feel about it.
I love it.
Okay.
Do it.
And it's a compliment, so I think you'll like it. So I think you have like the perfect body type, but you find so many flaws with yourself. How?
We all do.
It's
to
crazy.
say that you don't find flaws with yourself, like how can you not find flaws with yourself? You're always going to look at like what that girl has that you don't. You're always going to look at like even what sometimes like there's this football player at our gym and I'm like, if I had his ass. Or like a guy. Yeah. So I'm looking at like a guy and I'm like, if I had your ass. First of all, I'd be able to like squat 1,000,000 pounds, but like I would feel so yeah.
Yeah.
Like, thank you for the compliment, but it doesn't matter what you look like, even if you were the most beautiful person in the world, you would still find a flaw with yourself.
Which is so crazy, you know, to think that like, oh, I think I'm an average person, you know, and then to think that you look up to these people that are like
have so
absolutely stunning and they think they have all these flaws and you're like, where? How?
Yeah.
It's a mental thing.
And that's crazy. Why it's so important to not judge people. Because you'll have one person, you maybe looking at me, let's say, and being like, wow, she like her body's amazing, and then you'll have another person being like, wow, she thinks she's so great, whatever. Okay, so you'll look up to me and another person will hate me, but inside what's going on in here has nothing to do with you guys. So like it, and that has to do with like as a human, you should not let anything phase you. Like your compliment that you just gave me, cool, in one ear, out the other. And I'm not saying that to offend you, but it's like,
no.
I'm feeding the ego at that point. At that point, it's like, okay, give me more. So then it's like when a negative criticism comes, it's going to do the same thing. It's going to feed the ego. And I'm going to be like,
rocks your world the wrong way. Yeah, that's it. But I think we live in such an attention-based, like when you talk about even jealousy amongst women, which is a huge thing because we should be lifting each other up instead of tearing each other down. But I see in a lot of women, I'll even admit myself when I was younger, jealousy is an ugly trait and I had that shit bad.
Yeah.
But instead of looking at all these things that other girls have that you don't, like be thankful for everything that you do have, on top of the fact that sometimes when you realize that the jealousy is stemming from the need for attention, it's time to step back and be like, why do I need this attention? I need to look deep in because like
self-awareness is huge.
That's it. Like I find jealousy stems from the need of attention. Like if I actually had this conversation with somebody a little while ago and they were saying like, I was jealous of this girl that I met because the guy that I liked was looking at her instead of me. Yeah. But she wasn't mad at the man. She was mad at the
girl
woman
for having everything she didn't.
But that's it. And I said, you know what though? That man then isn't for you. If what he's looking at isn't whatever suited to him, you can find somebody that will love everything about you for you. Don't shit on the girl because you're not made for everybody in this world.
Not just that, but why does that girl deserve that?
But why? Yeah, exactly. And it's an attention thing.
Yeah. I feel like a perspective that everyone should have, it's a very odd perspective, but whenever I'm feeling nasty, and because we all get into moods.
Oh, for sure.
And so like whenever I'm feeling like a really lower version of myself, I quickly say, picture this person as a child. How would you treat this person as a child? Let's say someone's doing something really mean to me and like shady. I'm like, okay, you're just a 6-year-old kid.
Yeah.
How would I treat you? And it changes everything for me. I'm like, okay, you're beautiful. You're actually like, you're a beautiful soul and you got lost along the way as you age. Yeah. And then I really do change my view of them and I'm like, okay, you're just a child. Yeah. You're just a child.
Yeah. That is such a good way to look at things.
I swear to God, the next time someone upsets you, look at them as a child and then be like, wow, you're a beautiful, innocent child.
Yeah.
Who, like, lost their way. And
that's it.
If you told them you looked at them like that, they'd be so offended. But it'll help you cope.
That's it.
I swear to God.
That is amazing. You know what that reminds me of? The way you look at things is incredible sometimes, honestly.
You too.
No,
Everyone.
But you said one time, like, coming back to our body image and what we think of ourselves as women and our bodies. I mean, it's hard to love yourself when you're not there yet, but sometimes you need to think simple, even if it doesn't always work. Like you said one time, like, when I'm frustrated at the gym or whatever, I wiggle my toes and I remember, wow, I could walk and some people can't. Yeah. And my knees work. Well,
no, like, seriously.
Yeah, that's it. Like, sometimes we aren't grateful for the things we have, even if the things that we have are not ideal to our wants.
Exactly.
But we have everything we need, and that's what matters. You know what I mean?
The minute that you break your freaking knee or whatever you did, or the minute that, like, you twist something the wrong way and then you have no motion, you realize that your body is the biggest superpower you have. Mm-hmm. And, like, you can move and you can, like, you're sending signals from your brain to your hand to say hello. That's a fucking miracle.
Everything.
Some people are paralyzed. Yeah. That's insane to me. That's my worst nightmare. Some people are blind. And you know what else about body image? I had these huge freaking bags going on. And I went to an esthetician to ask her to get injections. She told me when I was in the, because, so if you get injections, I think they're called hyaluronic acid, okay? Oh my God. I'm not advertising this because I don't want people to look into it. But it was an insecurity of mine because I had huge bags and dark, and I felt like this is not my soul. I don't want people looking at me thinking I'm tired as fuck. Like, I'm really happy. I went there into the office, and she says there's a 0.02% chance of blindness. I fucking left so fast. Like, I'm like, this is what I'm at. Like, this is what I'm seeping to right now. Going into the office to risk my health. Fuck this. Ciao, bye. She's like, we can try it. I'm like, no. Get out of here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, because of the program that I'm in at school and working in the hospital doing stage, and the things that I'm learning about our bodies and how our bodies are so fucking strong, but also extremely fragile. Like, you can get an aneurysm and die in an instant without doing anything. That's insane. And it's like when you have that mentality, when you wake up every day and you say 3 things you're grateful for and 3 more things you're grateful for before going to bed, you realize you're like, I got a blanket on these cold ass nights when there are people that don't have homes. I have warm water, so when I stink, I can shower. You know what I mean? Like, these small things, I mean, that doesn't have much to do with body image, because even if you're so grateful, you will still have these insecurities. Like, did you ever get teased when you were growing up?
Yeah, do you know what they called me when I was in high school?
What?
The big one. Because I matured faster than everybody else.
Because you had boobs?
Because I had boobs. No, but also, not just because I had boobs, but because I was physically bigger. I was next to, like, all these stick-thin girls who, like, just didn't mature yet. And they matured later on in life. I was graduating high school, like, the tallest girl, the most broad-shouldered girl. I was still an athlete in high school.
Yeah.
They called me the big one. And that was a huge insecurity. I remember getting to high school one day and had just bought a shirt at, like, Walmart or something. And I had, like, Brittney, if you're watching, okay?
Oh, I was like, yes,
No, another Brittney. Like, she scarred me for this. I had, like, a medium sign. It wasn't even large or anything. It was a medium sign on my shirt. And she's like, haha, medium. And, like, pulled it off and be like, medium. Because I wasn't small. So from, like, the get-go, people are saying small is better, small is better, tiny. It's insane, dude.
But does that have any effect on, like, I know your reasons for going to the gym are not solely body image, but does it have anything to do with it? Like, that voice in the back of your head from being bullied when you were younger? Like, I need to get fit and strong and skinny.
Every single action that we do today is based on our past.
That's it, though.
Like, the reason why I count macros, the reason why I'm so, like yo-yo diet with my food, because I overindulge and then I underindulge. Like, I don't have a step. Now it's been good for the last year.
Yeah.
But when I go through, like, moods or I go through waves of life, I'll overeat, I'll gain, like let's say 6-7 pounds in 2 weeks. It's very easy for me to gain and lose, or I'll lose and I won't eat. So I go through yo-yo dieting a lot, and I think that has to do with comfort eating.
That's I comfort eat. I gained 10 pounds being in my program because when I study and I'm stressed and I'm like shaking, brownies in my mouth like there's no tomorrow. But you don't realize until you look down and there's like a bubble and you're like, where did this come from? You know,
an issue.
Life hits you hard and you emotionally eat. I do that all the time.
What do you think about guys? Justin was just telling me this before, okay? What do you think about guys being like, oh, this is the perfect amount of muscle mass. Any more than that, and that's the limit.
I was about to tell you a story about, like, being bullied. Okay, when I was younger, I have eczema really bad. Not as bad as I did when I was younger, but I got teased a lot for that. And for a long time, I wore clothes that covered everything, okay? Like,
because you were bullied because you had muscles?
No, I had eczema at first.
Okay,
so my skin was dry all the time. But, like, having eczema is like having chicken pox all the time. You're itchy, you can't control it. It's annoying, right? Finally, when the eczema started going away and I started getting more, like, secure about the way I look without covering myself up, was when I started to go to CrossFit. And, genetically, my family has huge shoulders. My mom, my dad, all my brothers, even though they're like stick thin, have gigantic shoulders. So there's a there's a myth.
So you felt welcomed, I'm sure, in CrossFit.
I did. But there's a myth. A lot of girls don't like working out because they think that they're going to get huge. And you won't if you eat
know how
well.
hard it is to get huge. The people that get huge want to get huge.
But that's the thing.
I've been trying to grow my body for 4 years now.
But see, for me, it's the opposite. It's like I do one pull-up and my shoulders blow up. But it's my genetics, and it's also because I don't eat well, so there's extra padding on there. But so when I started CrossFit and I was eating well and I was in the best shape of my life, like I could run a 5K without being out of breath, which I never was able to do, and I could squat 240 pounds and blah, blah, blah. Everything, I was so proud of myself, and I had these back muscles, like not even anywhere near CrossFit Games girls, nowhere close, but like they were good. And I remember one time I went to my friend's country house and we were on a boat. Wow, that sounds really stuck up, but whatever. We were
rich kids.
Not rich.
Hashtag rich kids.
But we were on a boat, and this guy that we were with made a comment about how he thought I was a lesbian because my shoulders were so big.
I got that my whole life.
And I was at first I laughed about it because I was a little intoxicated, but then because I was a little intoxicated, it fucking hit me hard after. Yeah. And after I was sad about it for a week. I started covering myself up again like I did when I was getting teased about the eczema, wearing bigger sweaters to
That's so horrible, man.
And then I sat myself down and I was like, why does this bother me so much what one person's opinion about me is? Why do I care if he thinks I'm a lesbian because I have big shoulders, which that doesn't even make sense.
That doesn't even make sense. People.
Lesbians and everybody else come in every shape and size because we're people, right?
Yeah.
I'm why does it bother me so much? And it's because I have such a deep-rooted insecurity, but I'm
of feeling accepted among everyone.
That's it. I feel the need to be liked by everybody and needed.
It's the biggest. Why? It's the worst epidemic of our society today. And social media is just exploding that.
But that's it. Why do I need to feel needed by you who is irrelevant in my life? Some people are just such assholes. Why do you need to feel needed by an asshole? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Some people in general I find are good, but there is a good chunk that grew up on the wrong side there, you know, with a bad mentality, and do you need those people's approval? No. And they're gonna keep throwing negative things at you, and you gotta be I worked fucking hard to have a back like this, okay? I couldn't do a single pull-up when I started CrossFit, and I could do 24 now. Not strict, but whatever, you know?
No, I agree, man.
Plus my body is going, these changes, they may feel weird, my clothes might not fit the same, but I'm healthy. I feel good. I could do amazing things, and I like that I can do those things.
That's what I was going to say. What is the perfect body? And it's a healthy one. That's it.
100%.
That's it.
100%. But it's hard to get into that mentality. Like, we say this, but I'm still going to go home and be like, I wish my butt was a little bigger.
You know what I do? I pull up my love handles. Like, I push them back and I put my arms to the side. We have our insecurities. It's horrible.
But that's the thing is we all do. And I guess we can't act like we don't. And even though we want to have this positive mentality, like, yo, I am beautiful. I could see, I could breathe.
I think it's about going through the motions, and every day is different. Some days you feel top shit. Some days you're like, looking in the mirror, you're like, oh, look how damn good I look. Other days you're like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Or you look in the mirror and you're like, damn, I look bomb. And then you take a selfie and you're like, ooh, okay, never mind.
Yeah,
it's a thing.
That's happened. Yeah. Okay, leggings in society. What do you think of this? It fumes me that leggings are unacceptable in society. I'm sorry. I don't understand. Yes. If you go to a corporate world, if you're in a business atmosphere, you cannot wear leggings. Tell me how a pencil skirt is better than leggings. Tell me how jeans, like they make jeans to put up the butt, okay? Mm-hmm. How are leggings bad? I don't understand, and I hate it. They're comfortable. I can move. I can probably squat to pick up the binder you just dropped. Yeah. Like, they should be okay in the corporate world. I'm sorry.
That's so funny. Okay, I thought you were talking about in general, not the corporate, because I was like, I only wear leggings. I hate jeans. I can't, do anything in them.
No, yeah.
And I remember in elementary school, we actually weren't allowed wearing leggings without something that covered our butts. I know. Which is, why are you instilling that in little girls?
You know what they're instilling in us? They're telling us that we need to cover ourselves up because people will look at us as sex objects if we wear what we're wearing. That's insane. This is why I'm against leggings not being allowed. Because you're saying that, oh, sorry, I'm going to stare at your ass too much because it looks too good in tight things. Yeah. So you can't wear that. You have to wear, thicker material so I don't get too horny.
This is such an insane topic. We could talk about this for days.
So what is your last, end final take on this?
I think, okay, you can't put people in a general spectrum, stereotype. You can't say, well, all men need to learn to control themselves because, the action of one man doesn't determine the action of men as a population. Just like stereotypes for blacks and Hispanics and Asians and white LGBT. People. Exactly. Yeah. You can't take the one person and be like, oh, because this person is a dog, everyone is. Because everybody has been having this conversation about the Gillette commercial, so I don't want to offend anybody, but I might because everybody gets offended. You didn't watch the Gillette commercial?
I don't have TV, dude.
But I saw it on social media before I deleted my Instagram. I saw it, and everyone's been fighting. It's this commercial,
which we'll also talk about why she deleted her Instagram in next week's video.
Okay, yeah.
Co-hosting,
solid. Oh. Mic drop. Okay, so I saw them in the last podcast.
It's a new thing.
It's a new thing. Okay, so basically this Gillette commercial is explaining how, and I don't really understand how it connects with razors, but that's just my opinion. It explains how men need to do better and be better towards women.
Yeah, I heard about
that. But a lot of men were like, why are you putting us all in this category that we're shit people? Because we're not. And I understand why people feel that way and get offended when they're stuck in a category that they're not. Not all men are dogs. We've run into our fair share, but women can be dogs too.
100%.
Actually, dogs are loyal.
I said 100%. Yeah. We have to stop saying 100%. Apparently, we say it too much.
Oh, shit.
100% needs to be, eliminated from our vocabulary. So what does that mean about leggings then? So if all men are not dogs, can we wear leggings?
But that's what I'm saying. You will always have the select few people that are sick enough to look Okay, that's mean to say, but sick enough to look at women as though we're just
our responsibility to cover up because of them.
That's just like the whole rape issue where they say, "Oh, she deserved it because the way she dressed."
A skirt. No, that's absolutely ridiculous.
Are you fucking
kidding
me?
Well, that's what I'm saying about leggings. So do you get it?
No, I understand. No, I don't understand why they say no leggings, but I understand the topic.
So do you agree?
No, I disagree 100%. Like,
we should be able to wear them whenever.
Yeah. See, I have opinions that not everybody will agree with. Like, I think, listen, as a woman, dress whatever the way you want. And it in no means, like, no way means that you're open for business or anyone can touch you or look at you. In no means. But at the same time, I believe women should, like, respect themselves and love themselves enough to know that, like, if you're dressing a certain way for attention, don't do that. Like, because you are beautiful regardless of the way you dress.
But you know what? If she wants to dress for attention, that's okay too.
That's okay too. That's
okay too.
That's true. But I have sometimes
I go to the gym and I'm like, you know what? I want to wear something fucking crazy to make myself feel really good.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll wear, like, a really cool outfit. And maybe it's not for attention, but maybe it's because that's how I feel.
Oh, 100%.
And maybe someone will think it's for attention.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But that's it. I'm like trying to explain myself.
Why does that faze you? Like, how I'm living my life.
That's it. It's like, so I'm all for that. Like, do what you do, girl. If you're confident in walking around in a bra and underwear, like, hit it up.
Unless you're not allowed to wear
underwear. But, like, you know, I don't know. I'm not a judgy person. Like, I will do a double take if I see you walking naked on the sidewalk. But everybody's got their reasons, you know? But, like, I don't know. In my personal opinion, I'm like, dress what makes you comfortable and not for the need of attention.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
But if you want attention,
I like that. Focus on the internal of why you're dressing that way and not the external.
Yeah. But also dress like nobody is watching you because you are the only person who matters. So if
no one's watching.
Literally, so if walking naked in the street is what makes you feel like you're the only person in the world, then do it, bitch. Okay. You know what I mean?
Eating disorders.
Ooh, I don't know much about eating disorder. Oh, actually, binge eating is an eating disorder without like not bulimia.
Yeah. So we have 4 minutes before we have to switch the SD card, just letting us know.
Okay.
So eating disorders, I think that's a crazy issue. Mm-hmm. I think we really did talk about binge eating a little bit, but if we want to cover maybe a little bit more about, I don't know, have you ever dealt with, like, eating issues or, like, issues around food? I know you said, like, the scarfing brownies.
Oh yeah. I also went through a phase in my life where, like, after my first knee surgery, I gained a lot of weight and I was so uncomfortable that I stopped eating. Like I would wake up and, like, see belly rolls in the morning and just, like, cry, and I just didn't eat to a point where, like, I fainted. That's and insane. My dad was like, enough is enough. Like, I don't know what's going on with you, but we need to talk about this and we need to fix this now.
Yeah.
And I love food, so to do that took a lot of willpower.
Not just that, but you're actually destroying your metabolism.
Yeah, that's
because you're binge eating. And then you're not feeding yourself, so your body's holding on to all that fat. So you think that you're undoing the harm you just did, when in reality you just need to go back to eating normally and exercise it off.
But that's it.
And, like, there's such...
It was also a lazy mentality on my part where it's like, oh, I think I'm fat, but I'm not willing to put in the work to get rid of it. Like, I want it to just disappear by itself. But that's a whole other topic.
That's a whole other thing. That's like when I ordered Garcinia Cambogia when I was like... This is like a pill that the Kardashians would advertise,
God, like
which
skinny
you take.
tea?
Skinny tea. It's basically the same thing. Oh, I'm going to take a pill. I don't have to exercise. I'm going to have abs like them. When in reality, everyone in LA is getting freaking liposuction.
Yeah.
Like...
It's crazy.
They're getting liposuction. They have abs. They have implants in their ass and boobs. Yeah. And they have the perfect body. It's just insane.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the word feminism? Before we switch to feminism, which I'm really excited to talk about.
Oh, yeah. You
didn't want to cut your hair?
Yeah.
Why?
So I had, like, really long hair, like, almost down to my ass. And it was, like, I was very proud of my hair for absolutely no reason. And I had this, like, insecurity that if I this was a long time ago though. I'm like in a healthy relationship now, which
mindset.
Is why I cut my hair. But
there you go.
A long time ago, I wanted to cut my hair for so long, but I didn't because I thought my ex would like not love me if I was ugly with short hair.
That's insane.
Yeah, which it's like a body image thing, but it's also like an unhealthy relationship thing. So
you think?
Yeah, but it goes to show how something as little as hair, like you love your hair. And I've had a lot of girls message me after I cut my hair saying I can't, what if I'm ugly, what if like I want to cut my hair but I'm afraid. And I'm like, why are you afraid? Your hair grows back, and if you're donating it, it's going to people who actually need it. Yeah,
a good Samaritan.
Yeah, it felt good.
Yeah, I bet it did. Your hair was so long. How many inches?
12 inches.
12 inches.
And then she cut some more. Like, it's grown a lot. It's at an awkward stage right now.
But no, it's like a long bob. A lob.
Yeah, a lob.
It's a lob.
Quote that. We take that. That's ours. No.
So, yeah. What is your honest, raw, unedited definition of feminism? What do you think of? Go. Don't think.
Oh my god. When I think of feminism, I think that everybody is shitting on it for the wrong reasons. Like, everyone's like, oh, it means women power. Like, no, it means women equality to men. That's literally what it means. It doesn't mean like, oh, women deserve more than men. It means we deserve the same things that you do. We deserve to be treated the way you do. We deserve the same pay as you do. We deserve the same, even stereotypes. Like, you can't deserve just the good things. If you want to be equal with a man, there's gonna be bad things to come with it, but it's about equality, not like I'm better than you. No.
Listen, I understand the negative connotations around the word.
Yeah.
But when I just spoke to someone the other day, and I asked her, "Are you a feminist?" No, she asked me. She was like, "Are you a feminist, Fee?" And I was like, well, you're asking me if I believe men and women are equal. So yeah, I'm a feminist. I was like, "Are you a feminist?" She's like, "Well, I don't like identifying as that." And I'm like, why? Well, because people are going to look at me weird. So I understand. Yeah. I understand. But at the same time, understand what the word is, and you will bash those preconceived notions away.
Yeah.
Understand what the meaning is. It doesn't mean men suck.
Yeah.
It means we're advocating for women equality because it's been a problem in the past.
Yeah.
So just quickly, I know it doesn't have anything to do with women.
Yeah.
What do you think of Black Lives Matter?
I think it's the same thing, though. Like, and I also think it's such a touchy subject because I feel like there was a point that was trying to be put across that was like, we are equal, and same thing with feminism. We're not trying to shit on you, but like, white people are offended by everything, and they're so afraid of losing power that they take even such a positive thing like Black Lives Matter and turn it into something about them. Why are you shitting on me? It has nothing to do with you.
It makes me embarrassed to be white.
Sometimes I really am too.
I honestly look at my skin and I'm like, I wasn't meant to be this color for the way my soul is.
Yeah. I mean, I would never want to go, I can't even imagine what it's like to be a different race that was put through the things they were put through.
Yeah, I can't even.
I watched Red Table Talk and they had a whole conversation about
I love
race.
That.
It was so good. And shout out to
Red
them.
Table Talk.
Yeah. But, and it was like, it's such an awkward conversation to have between white and black people because we will never understand each other. I will never understand what a black person has been through because I won't go through it in that sense. And I'm not
unless there's a reverse racism.
Oh, 100%. But I'm talking about history-wise also. No. Like, knowing that all of that has happened and it's still happening, even though we supposedly developed as a society, it's sickening. And, but we won't ever understand what it's like to go through it. We could be angry all we want and we could do things to stand up for them and help the cause, but we're not in their shoes.
Listen, a tiny example, I'm watching Celebrity Big Brother right now.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm obsessed. But one of the women on the show just got a power from America. America voted Tamar to have the Power app, okay?
Okay.
And there was a bunch of tweets online being like, a whole bunch of white people are upset that this black woman received the Power app. And then underneath that, it says, okay, to all the white people who are gonna say, oh no, I didn't, get over yourself. Because I even wanted to comment being like, well, no, I'm really happy. But the tweet said, white people who don't care that she got it, get over yourself. There's a bigger issue here.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's so upsetting.
It's really sad. And it's like, what more can you do besides, you can only control yourself. Like, you can't control other people's actions. So the best thing you could do is educate people.
Educate and not think that you have no say in it. Like, keep working for something. Keep bringing up discussions about this.
But keep working on yourself. That's it. And by working on yourself, other people will see and follow. And
don't shelter yourself. Like, sometimes there's nothing you can do. You live in a small town. Yeah. Like, when I was from Lachute in high school, people are racist as F there.
That's
people
insane.
Are so racist there. And then you come to Montreal, and then you're like flooded with different cultures, and it's amazing because you're immersed in that, and you're immersed in their lives, and they become a part of you, and you become a part of that. When you're in a small town, and people see someone of a different ethnicity on the television, they have something to say. It's insane.
It's ignorance and
sheltered.
And no child is brought up, like, no child is born that way. It is instilled in your head by your somebody parents. Else or something else. To me, I don't know. My father is so open-minded and taught me everything growing up. Like, you are equal to this person. When you and a black person dies, you are both skeleton. It doesn't even matter, you know? Like, I grew up with that, but I know people who grew up with their parents, like, super racist to every race, and they are so, like, intolerant to other people, but now they're growing up and they're like, holy shit, what the fuck was wrong with my parents, you know? I hate that.
I know. I grew up in kindergarten. I was the only white person until grade 4. I was the only white person in my school. I grew up super dirt poor in a, like, crazy school where we had to, like, fight each other for our lunches.
Oh, shit.
They'd be stolen. But I did not see color.
No.
And when I say that, I truly mean I did not see color. I was talking to someone at my work the other day. And she said, oh, she's pregnant. She's like, when I have my kid, I want to move away because I don't want my kid to see, you know, different lifestyles and stuff.
I have many opinions on that, but I'll keep it to myself.
It's so hard to, like, shut your mouth when you're talking to, like, an ignorant person like that, where you're like, you don't know what impact you're going to have on your kid, and you're sheltering them.
You're like, I'm not a judgy person, but right now I'm
judging
judge
you
real so
hard. I'm judging you so hard.
That's
right now.
not right.
By the way, me looking down here at my freaking phone is me looking at notes to ask Brittney. So
yeah, she's not rude.
Double standards. What do you think that the biggest double standard is in society today?
Oh God, as corny as this is, like the men and women sleeping patterns, and I don't mean sleeping like sleeping with others.
Sleeping, sex wise.
Yeah, like, so men can
have like quadruple the number. Oh, what's your number, dude? Oh, like 55. Oh yeah, bud.
Ew.
No. I know. And then girls like, oh, what's your number? 10. Shit, you get around.
Yeah, no. See, something that made me so angry? I had a guy tell me once, try to explain that theory of, like, men can sleep with whoever and they're fine, but women, like, you need to be pure. They were like, and honestly, I didn't know what to say at the time because it caught me off guard because it sounded right, but it's ridiculous. It's like, if you have a master, like, you have a really good lock, only one key should be able to open that lock, but your key can also open a bunch of other locks or something like that.
I'm gonna puke in my mouth.
That was explained really badly, but you get the gist of it, right? Like, if more than one key can open your lock, then you're not a good lock. But I kept my mouth shut because I thought about it. When I don't know what to say, I sit in silence for a long time because I have to think.
You see it all on my face. If someone said that to me, like, I'd be like...
No, but at first, you know what? I was in this mentality where I was like, oh, so that's what men think? Let me try to understand it. And then, like, I went back to him a few weeks later and I was like, you're an asshole. You really are. Yeah, because... that is the worst, like, metaphor you could ever use. Your body is your body, and if you can sleep around, then she could sleep around. You do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Safely.
Oh my God, the diseases out there, people.
Yeah.
Know that they are real. It's
but that's
disgusting.
It. Like some girls, like I know a couple where the guy has not slept around like a bunch,
but has a decent
he's had some girlfriends, but he wanted a girl that was a virgin and like wanted nothing else. But like, why is that your standard? Then that should be her standard of you. Like, I can understand if you want to marry a virgin and you're a virgin and that's it. I understand
like religion purposes.
That's it. Or even not, even if that's just what you want, that's fine. But it has to be two-sided. It can't just be like, oh, I could do whatever the fuck I want. But you need to be this pure little white flower and only my flower.
Yeah.
But I could be everybody's watering hose. Like, bye.
Come on.
Yeah, no.
I think the biggest double standard, and I was actually a problem. Like, I audited my own actions 2 days ago. I was listening to Ariana Grande's 7 Rings video. Mm-hmm. And I think at one point she's like, I see it, I want it, I like it, I got it.
Yeah.
And like she keeps repeating those words and like the beat is sick, don't get me wrong. I was like, The first thing though that I thought of was, oh my God, she sounds spoiled.
Yeah.
You listen to freaking Migos, you listen to any rapper who's like, yo, look at my bling, check out my things, That was a good rhyme.
I got bitches, cars, and money.
And then you're like, yo, praise, this guy's amazing.
Yeah.
Why was my first thought about Ariana Grande, oh, don't say that, you sound spoiled. And I was like, take that thought out of your head. She's amazing. Amazing.
It's instilled. It's the social media, the news, the everything.
Like girls. And why? She's doing amazing things. She's earned her amazing spot in her career.
Yeah.
And the song is amazing. I love it. Mm-hmm. Why did I judge her and say she's spoiled? Because she's a girl. Because it's a girl.
It's crazy.
It's a girl.
Yeah.
It's not a guy.
I don't know. I have so many opinions. Like,
what else is a double standard? So confidence, that's where I was going. So you said, what did you say?
The sleeping. Sex. Yeah, sex.
Confidence.
Yeah.
What else?
Wait, what do you mean confidence?
Confidence, like she's too confident. Like, oh, she sounds spoiled.
Okay, yeah.
By being too confident.
Mm-hmm. That wasn't, okay.
So.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I get that. That's true.
I wonder if there are any other double standards that, like.
There are for sure so many. I just can't think of any right now because I'm so stuck on the ones we mentioned.
Work. Oh, look at that. She's working too much. Oh, she should stay at home with the kids.
She should be married. Yeah.
How old are you? Shouldn't you have a 7-year-old by now?
Oh, Lord.
Where do we even direct this train of thought? I don't even know.
Yeah.
But we're very opposite on these views, so I think we should really touch on this.
I think so too.
We have about 20 minutes left.
All right, let's hit it up.
Let's hit it, girl.
The marriage thing?
Let's do it.
I think we could do this in 20 minutes.
All right.
Although we are opinionated.
Oh, okay. That we are. Okay.
So
marriage, why do you think it's okay?
Okay.
That was such a badly.
Listen. No, I think we need to ease into this. So.
Okay, let me sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
Marriage. What do you love about it, and why do you want to get married?
Okay, that is a loaded question. I used to despise marriage because, like, statistically, 50% of marriages, or almost, at least in the U.S., end in divorce. And people in our generation also think that other people are disposable because of social media, like Tinder, like, oh, if it's not working out with this, instead of fixing what's a little cracked, I'm gonna just get a new mug.
Thank you.
Do you know what I mean?
Thank you.
Yeah, but that's it. So disposable that I feel like people don't know how to work at relationships. Depending what type of people you are, some relationships thrive, and I believe you should get married if you know how to communicate so that your problems don't completely crack the mug. Do you know what I mean?
What is marriage to you?
Marriage. Actually, we had this conversation, and I wanted to bring up that point, but I wanted to ask you. But we'll do that.
Whatever, co-host.
So, marriage is a form of love, but what I was against it was, like, I feel like you are paying to love somebody, and then if you stop loving them, you're paying even more money. But then you said the thing, I don't know if you want to talk about it.
Go, tell me what I said.
The financial thing. That when you're married and you have kids, it's so much easier on a financial basis that, like, if you divorce or someone passes away, it's easier.
Jose said that.
Yeah, it's easier to...
I don't think I would stand up for any facet of marriage.
No,
I think
at all.
No, I think that it stems from insecurity. I think the basis of marriage is don't leave me. Please, dear God, I will do anything for you. Sign these papers. Don't leave me. I'm sorry. That's the way I view it.
Yeah.
And I understand, like, the need for it. And Jose brought up a good point. She said, well, these laws come into existence because there were problems in the past.
Yeah.
AKA the man and the woman would be at home, the man would be working, the man would pick up and leave, and the woman would have nothing to support her children, and the man just left.
Yeah.
So I understand to protect, but that's what I'm saying is marriage is sort of a defense mechanism. That's insane. I don't see it as anything love. I see it as a defense mechanism. Like, don't fucking hurt me. Now you're trapped with me, and if you leave, you have to pay me out. I hate it.
That is an amazing point of view because I didn't think of it that way. Like, a lot of people look at love as like a religious ceremony, but I'm not religious, so I don't really mind. But like I said, like, I didn't believe in marriage before, but I also feel if you find the right person and they want to get married, like, what's stopping you? I think it helps you, like, share your finances properly.
How?
Like, I don't, like, getting a joint bank...
You can do that without getting married.
No, you can, but what I'm saying is, like, when the money piles up to a certain extent, it's hard if you're separated, if you're not married, and... I don't know where I'm going with this. Never mind.
I think I understand what you're trying to say, but I think it's just as simple as get a joint bank account.
I guess so. I don't know. Like, I feel like when you're in love and, like, if you want to legally bind yourself to somebody, I'm sure there's positives to that down the line. Like, I haven't looked into it.
No, but you should know. That's what I mean. Why would you have to look into why it's good? You should just know why it's good.
Yeah. No, but I mean, like, not on a love standpoint. Like...
financially risk.
Like, I could not get married and be happy with somebody knowing that, like, this love is going to last forever regardless. Because I do know that people, you like you said, people have a mentality that after you get married, like, everything changes because you feel like you're locked.
Literally the minute, like, a couple of people have told me the minute they got married, there was a different dynamic in their relationship. Things just went downhill from there.
But
the honeymoon.
Yeah, I personally feel like that is a problem within your relationship that was already kind of there, but the marriage brought it out.
Yeah.
So, like, that's a you thing, not a marriage thing.
Marriage is a you thing. It's got to be a you and a us
It's true,
thing.
but, like, why get married if you have, like, these doubts and these little thoughts in your mind? Like, if you have a single thought that's like, no, which I understand cold feet because you're nervous, but if you're ever thinking, like, this is not going to work out, then you should not get married. That's what I'm saying.
And so... it's hard because I'm in a relationship, a really happy relationship, where I've been with the same guy for almost 9 years, okay? Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is not commitment issues. I want to be with this guy for the rest of my life. And I say that because we have an amazing connection, because yada yada, love, blah, blah, okay? That is crazy then to say that I don't want to get married because I have found the love of my life. But I feel like it's even more commitment to... him that I can walk away whenever I want. That's like that's
but why
huge.
do you think about the fact that you could walk away?
I love that question.
But that's what I'm saying.
You know why?
Like,
and I had this conversation with someone who I'm so happy about. I can't wait. I'm interviewing him. Ooh. I want you to be there too. He's such an amazing human.
I'll watch.
Sooks. Anyways, he told me that we all operate based on one motive in our life. And he said that his motive was to illuminate other people. He wants to bring the light in other people. He does a lot of workshops where he does yoga, whatever. He illuminates.
That's amazing.
He's like, what's yours? And I'm like, pause. Oh my God, right on the spot, you're putting me under pressure. He's like, yeah, what is yours? And instantly I was like, I want to be free. I want to be free. Yeah. I'm chasing freedom. Freedom to do what I love. Freedom to bring up others. I want others to feel free in their thoughts and their expressions in this podcast. Yeah. Freedom, that's what I'm chasing. So, of course, marriage is the opposite for me of freedom. And freedom is just like, you're born alone, you die alone. I know it sounds so morbid.
No, but it's true. All you do have in the end is yourself. And you need to be a little selfish in life. But like, if you're in a relationship where the other person understands that, then why are you like worried about the entrapment of marriage? But entrapment is such a negative connotation. But it is. You are forced to be with this person. That is what marriage is. Divorce is divorce is a choice. Listen, divorce is a choice though. Like, listen, your marriage is not permanent, and divorce has made no one wants to go. Freaking point. I get that, but at the same time, because I do understand that feelings change. You could be with somebody for 13 years, and then 1 year oh, we're in two different places and your mindset doesn't go with mine, and things are just not working, and I loved you so much and I still do, but it's not working.
But marriage, that happens. Till death do us part.
Exactly. So, or till the divorce papers are signed.
That's insane. I hate this whole concept.
No, I know. Hate it. I understand that, but it's so hard to take what's in my head and spit it into words right now, because what you're saying is so valid and so true.
But I do understand where you're coming from. If you love this person and this person loves you and all you want to do is get married. Yeah. I think it's honeymoon phase though. I think it's honeymoon phase.
I think so too, but I think also, and this is going to sound so ridiculous, and I know I'm going to get a lot of backlash for this, but
do it.
My life right now, you go through moments of unhappiness and then extreme happiness and whatever. I find that I'm most happy when I have a goal to work towards too.
Everyone.
So but that's it. But my goals may be so different from other people's, in the sense that I woke up this morning and my goal was to review my work after school so that it sticks in my head, and I was fucking happy when I did it. Yeah. But see, my relationship goals is okay, when we first started dating, it was, let's put the phones down, do as much learn new activities outside that don't involve CrossFit or working out, just discover things. So that was our first goal, and my 2018 was the best year of my life for that. Amazing. But now you can't always replicate it, money purposes as well. We spent a lot of money, but so now I'm I have a goal of graduating, but that has nothing to do with my relationship. So now we need a goal. I will love him regardless if we have a goal or not, but our next goal is to go to Europe and to plan that trip together and whatever. And we also had a goal of building 4 puzzles this year, because we like to do that. Waking up and knowing you have something, and marriage is one of those goals. And it's one of our goals is to get married and have fun planning it and celebrate that night. Yeah. And then our goal after that is a great honeymoon. And then our goal after that is to travel more. And then our goal after that is to start doing something that we've never done before and pick it up together. And then our goal after that is to master something that we've done and we weren't good at.
So do you have to get to the marriage goal to master the last goal?
No.
Does everything have to be in order?
No, definitely not. But that's it. And it's I don't mind if I don't want to get married now. I don't care if I get married at all. But
David's watching this with his ring,
and he's damn it. My plan is out the window. But no,
thank God for this podcast.
Yeah, but it's I could get married now or in 50 years. If it's a goal, it doesn't matter how long it takes to attain it, as long as you attain it, Just for acting, it could take you an extra 25 years to be a famous actor, but if you love it, you keep working at that. I love him, so I'm going to keep working at the marriage, even if it's now or later, So I think some people look at it as a goal. Yeah, but your opinion,
freedom.
I agree with your opinion so much, which was my initial opinion. Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to be trapped. And I've even spoken to mothers who were I wasn't married and then I had a baby and I was damn, I'm stuck.
Babies. Yeah. So what do you think about the stay-at-home mom? Oh, you should be cooking me a meal. Oh, you should be taking care of the kids. What are you doing waking up at 5 a.m. and going to bed at 12 a.m.? No. You should not be doing that. Yeah. You should be priming yourself. The other day at work, someone asked me, so what's new in your life? When are you having kids? When are you getting married? I was like, are you?
Yeah.
Are you actually asking me that? Ask me about my life. Don't ask me about like
what goals am I
women
achieving?
Perceptions, like what you think I should be doing.
Yeah.
It was disgusting.
Women don't need to have babies. Like, why don't you don't want kids, right?
At the moment, I want 4 kids.
Oh, you want kids?
Yeah.
Oh, I was always under the impression you just didn't.
Because I'm so fucking...
You're just like, not babies for me.
No. I want a huge family.
Oh, that's amazing.
I want a huge family because I didn't have a huge family.
Okay, yeah.
And like, but I have really important visions and goals now that I know if I spawn a child, it's going to be the only thing I care about because I have so much love to give, and my brother and sister like are my souls. Like I love them so much that thank God they don't live with me because I would put all of my attention on them all the time. I'm not ready for that distraction.
You can't be selfish when you have kids. Like
that's it.
You still have to take care of yourself because if you're not caring for yourself, it reflects on your kids. But that's why I don't want kids.
Right now, because you have goals.
No, I don't want kids at all.
What?
I don't like. Listen, I always say if it happens by mistake, I'm gonna take it and have another one because I don't want this one. Because I'm not that selfish. But right, it's surprising. Like, and people that I speak to, it makes me so angry. They're like, "You say you don't want kids now, but wait till you're 30." And I'm like, maybe that's true. Maybe when I'm 30, I'm gonna be like, "Give me babies." But like since I was like 13, I was like, I don't want kids. And I don't want kids now, and I'm with somebody who doesn't care if we have kids or not.
Oh, really? That's amazing. That's what it's about, being on the same page as your partner.
But that's it. Like, you could have difference in opinions, but if you agree on the main things, but like, I just don't want kids because I have so much growing to do and so much to work on myself, and that's not gonna take 2 years. That is a lifetime process for me because I'm not like as mentally tough as a lot of people are. So it takes me time and I need to be selfish.
But you're self-aware, which is your superpower. You're aware of the step that you're at.
Yeah, but
that's amazing. That's half the battle.
But that's it. But like, why would you have kids knowing that you need to be selfish and that you will be selfish? That's not fair for your kids. And like, I just can't picture my life catering to someone else, even if that someone else is a part of me. Like right now, I really can't see that because I'm selfish and I want to work on me and I want to do all these things, and like I want that freedom of not having to deal with you. No, that's really mean.
No,
like, because they're your kids for life. It's not 18 and bye.
And it's not just that.
Forever.
It's that you're going to develop such an intense love that you know it's going to be a distraction.
But
call it whatever you want. A distraction, source of love, whatever. Call it whatever you want. It's going to take up the most of your life.
But that's
the majority of your time.
I have 2 younger brothers, and when they were both born, I was mad because I wouldn't get all the attention anymore, but I still love them with all my heart. Yeah. I tried to be selfish, and I was always thinking of them. Even to this day, like my middle brother, I'm like always checking up on him, seeing if he's good. Do you need a lift? Do you need food? Even though we fight every now and then, it's like, that's my baby, and he's not even my kid. So if I had a kid...
So when you talk to people and you tell them that you don't want to have kids, what's their reaction? Like, are they like, well, like I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, but I just, like I said, I hate when they're like, no, you'll change your mind. Like, no, I'm pretty strong. Like, I'm one-track mind, like strong-willed in that sense that like, unless my opinion could change. Watching, like, we watch this in like 20 years from now and I have like 7 kids. But like,
this is gonna be golden.
Yeah, it's gonna be
at that point.
Stay golden. Yeah. But yeah, it just like their reaction always pisses me off because I'm like, why can't you try to understand it from my point? Like, just because you believe that you should be having kids at this age or your wife should be,
don't like, put your BS like on me. Don't.
Not all of us want it.
Your trash on me
or need it, because some people need kids as a life fulfillment, but I don't need a kid to make me happy. I need me to be happy to make me happy.
That's it. Work on you and then give and then give.
Yeah. What age do you think you would want kids
I hate that question. Okay, at 16 I was like, okay, 21. And then at 18 I was like, all right, 25. I'm 25. And I'm like, dude, no, not for the next like 7 years.
Yeah.
At least. Goals, I'm telling you.
So much to accomplish.
So much. To wrap this up, my beautiful co-host, feeling myself.
Hey.
The first question that I want to ask you to help our listeners is what life hacks do you have that can help someone in whatever way, in whatever aspect of their life?
Okay.
If it's one, if it's like a couple.
So I bought this journal, and this is going to sound so ridiculous, but this journal is like a weekly planner with extra benefits. So you plan out your day according to time, and then when you wake up in the morning, you write down 3 things that you're grateful for. And then another section, it has like, what are my goals that I'm trying to attain in life, and then what are my goals that I'm trying to attain this week, and then what are my goals for today. And then in the bottom it says like what I learned, the lessons that I learned today, so you fill this out at the end, and my wins, because sometimes you have these really negative days where it gets you down, and once you get in that state, like it's a snowball effect. It keeps bringing you down. So sometimes you really need to think about your wins, but your wins could be something so simple as I did not eat that cookie that I really wanted to eat, though, and that gave me extra willpower. Or like I put a clean pair of socks in my bag and my feet got wet and I got to use the clean pair of socks.
Seriously though, it sounds silly, but these are the little battles that we struggle with every day.
That's it.
You clean your purse and then you're like, wow, I never clean my purse. So that's a huge thing. If I clean my purse one day, I'm like, wow, you did amazing.
That's it. So this journal, like, and right before you go to bed, you say 3 more things that you're grateful for. And these things, you'll look through your book and be like, oh my God, I was grateful for the smallest but most significant things that you don't think about. And it's like, it makes you wake up and go to bed in this positive vibe on a good note.
I love that.
That journal, that like self-journal it was a life changer for me. And I would recommend everybody get a journal like that, or even make one if you're money crunched. Like I printed out templates after my journal was done because I could print for free, and I'm on a student budget. So
that's it. Yeah. And can you give one piece of advice for the person that's about to give up on their dream?
Okay. Remember why you started. And if that reason is still really valid to you, it'll give you that boost to continue. Like my favorite quote when I was in grade 7 was, before giving up, remember why you started. And that's stuck in my mind forever. And like, if you're giving up something that you realize isn't realistic and your reasons for wanting it are not valid anymore, understandable, but sometimes you could make new reasons to want it. So dig deep and think about why you're giving up and what you need to do to improve, make the little steps to make goals, and work hard at it.
Remember your why so hard.
Remember your why. Yeah, for sure. Because there always is one, even if it changes, and like your life will change constantly, but you should have a main goal.
You'll find yourself, if you're doing anything that you're doing, you won't do it to 100% if you don't have a strong why. You'll be going through the motions and you'll be like, oh yeah, why am I even doing this?
That's it.
Why are we drawing these things behind us? Well, I believe that I want to draw this because first of all, it eases people into the podcast and it gets you to creatively express whatever is going on in your head. That's so powerful for me. So why do I want to continue this? To get people to visualize what's in their heart.
That's it.
So remember your why.
Remember your why. I love that.
I love this.
This is so good.
Again, I don't know. Alright guys, we're closing it out. Thanks so much for being with us.
Yeah, this was nice.
Peace again.
To a later dater.
Later dater.
Oh my God.